All right, we are live and in living color. It's 7:06 on a Monday night, President's Day. So, good evening, everybody. How are you? My name is Francine Birgans, and of course, I am the CEO and I am the founder of Discover You. We are a leadership training company. We work with organizations for their personal development, individuals, coaching. And I am excited tonight because this week we are bringing to you Black History Month. And of course, it is President's Day. And I said, what better way to really honor President's Day and talk about Black History Month than none other having Dr. Vanessa Allen. So you can unmute yourself. Hey, my sister. And of course, we all know her, and she is representing the Urban League of Northwest Indiana. So, Dr. V, we are live. We are in living color. So, hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, Francine. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show. I'm so excited. And I just want to extend blessings to you for all that you're doing in the area of leadership and taking us and making some transformational changes throughout our city. And congratulations, you just received an award of a couple of dollars, some grant monies. So
Woo!
congratulations to you and
Come
all
on.
that you have achieved. I'm telling you, the
Those
window has
dollars
been
help.
open.
Yes, I am super excited. So, on that note, we're going to shout out Jean Ishman. Of course, she is the founder of Diverse Women in Business Initiative. And so, thank you, Jean. And to it was 13 recipients. So, to each
Yes,
and every last one of us, let me tell you, I bet you we all had a smile for a minute.
I saw them. In fact, I saw the newspaper today, and there was a picture in the top in the Post Tribune. It was just beautiful, and I know enough Lorna and
Mhm.
Jocelyn. It was a number of you all. So
Yes.
just congratulations. It's good when we can esteem each other as women. So I'm
Yes.
just sending out a shout out to all of you.
Yes. Okay, I need a tambourine. I need something to make some noise right here. I'm gonna do that. I didn't see today's article. I didn't see the Post Tribune, so I have to catch that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was this.
Awesome.
I saw it this morning. I'm looking for a copy, but I figured between you and Jocelyn and Lorna, and Jean, you all bought up all the newspapers. So
And let me tell you, so we shout out Jocelyn. I love me some Jocelyn. That is my girl. Of course, Jay's Breakfast Club right here in the area in the neighborhood. So from what I hear, go get your chicken and waffles. I'm like the kids. I don't want my stuff touching. So I want to do a smoothie and I need that over there. I need the chicken over there and I need the waffle over here. I need the syrup on this side. Don't touch the chicken.
baby, let's not talk about Jay's because they automatically know my order with those fried green tomatoes and the shrimp and the grits and the pork chop sandwich and the waffles and don't get us
Dr. V,
started
come
now.
on now. We got to watch the COVID weight, okay? We gotta watch the COVID weight. Talking about some fried pork chops and all of that. We gotta shout out Lorna. Hello
Yes,
there, Lorna from Miss Elise's, Emily from Emily's Foods, Popcorn World with Magda. So many, like you said,
so many.
wonderful, diverse Black women, women of color. And I'm telling you, I'm still floating on cloud nine from that event about 2 weeks ago. So thank you
Mhm.
so much for just even bringing that up. Thank you.
Yes, yes. We need to support each other. So, blessings to all of you. And the thing about it is, Francine, is when you move up, I move up. When I
Yes.
move up, you move up. And if I don't move up, you will reach out and grab my hand and say, come on. So, that's what
Yes.
it's all about, sisterhood and encouraging
Yes.
each other.
And that's how we have to be. Absolutely. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to just be here. I got to say thank you to my team also because They keep me busy with this content and stuff to do. I'm like, okay, y'all. And actually, and I wanted to kind of kill two birds with one stone because this week is actually National Entrepreneurship Week. And we know it's Black History Month. And I said, well, I'm just going to kind of knock them out together. And I really wanted to have you on to talk about the Urban League. And
Mhm,
here's why. One of the things that I love to do is to make sure things are plain, they are simple, they are in
mhm,
layman's terms, because we already know we say the Urban League, we say NAACP, we can mention some names, but we really don't know what the organizations do.
mhm,
I felt like it is now my duty with this platform and with everything that God has given me to make sure people know what's in our community,
mhm,
how we can help each other.
mhm.
And not only that, but to share resources that are right here up the street. You know, you don't have to go 5 miles away. You don't have to go 20 miles away. You can literally go to 3101 Broadway. You can literally go right off the expressway before you get to Indiana University. You can literally drive up the street before you get to Jay's Breakfast Club. You can literally turn around the corner, walk into the Urban League after you ring the bell. Stella gonna let you in, and you all have some of the best resources that people don't even know about.
Right.
Dr. V, I gotta make sure that people know about the Urban League, what you do, what you offer, why, and how we can give back. So that is the purpose of you being here tonight. So I love you. We're gonna do some shout outs real quick. So we gotta shout out the support system behind the scenes, the men. We can't leave them out before we go into this show. So let me shout out my people, my whole family that supports me, James, Big James, Little James, my mother, James's mother, because they are truly my support system when I need something. So I just want to shout them out. My team, Mr. Anthony McLeod. Hey, thank you, sir, for lending me your wife for the night. I appreciate that. Your turn. Got some shout outs?
Yes, yes. You already sent a shout out to my husband, but definitely he supports me 100%. And I appreciate that. And I also want to shout out to my team at the Urban League.
Yes.
It's so many. I want to just start with Stella and Elisa Spencer and Deb Black and Dr. Beverly Lewis. And we have an AmeriCorps worker, Veronica Zamosis, and we have Penelope Love. We have Tracina Stewart and Ola Morris and Wendy Petit. We have so many. And my classmate, Ramon Macro, who continues to provide the maintenance service that we need. Once I talk about the Urban League, you'll understand that we all have to work together in order to make it work. So I definitely want to shout out, and I'll be remiss if I did not recognize the board of directors. The board president is Yolanda Davis. She is a vice president of CRA for Horizon Bank. Chancellor Louis Gonzalez is our chair for our board. Dr. Raymeen Jackson is our board treasurer, and our new board member, Chancellor Ken Awami, is serving now as our secretary. So I have a strong board
Yes.
and diverse board that's made up of Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties. So I
Mhm.
definitely want to give a shout out to them. And last but not least, do you see this beautiful background screen that I
Yes.
have?
Yes.
Very close friend of mine, Paul and Keisha Kaiser. He did this screen for me. So instead of you seeing my dresser drawer
Right.
or my closet door, he says, I'll do something for you. So if anyone needs his services, he also provides assistance to Jocelyn. I think he just made her new t-shirts. So
Yes.
Paul Kaiser. So let me send a shout out to him. So you want to know a little bit about the Urban League?
No, not wait, 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 wait,
Okay.
wait, wait. Wait
Okay.
a minute. I'm gonna get to that because
Okay.
this is National Entrepreneurship Week.
Yeah, okay.
So, Paul, the shirts were awesome. I have placed my order. I was supposed to get it tomorrow, but the snow won, so I'm about to get it later. But I do see that Lakeisha checked in. Hey, Lakeisha. I want to shout out Waylon Cooley, of course, for National Entrepreneurship Week. My photographer, your photographer. Hey there, Cooley. So if you are looking for a photographer for your event, for pictures, for headshots, commercials, videos, and everything else he does, I don't know your number, Cooley, you can put it up, but give him a call. So I want to do that really quick. Um, so first, Dr. V, I don't even know where to start because I'm so excited. I'm like, do I start with you and your personality, or do I start with? I'm like, where do I even start? Because the reason why I say that is because you are truly in this community position. Because tonight, even with Black History Month, we're talking about community and how we bring it together. You are
Mhm.
truly one for collaborating, bringing the community together, and um, the first thing I want the viewers to know is what got you involved with the Urban League before we tell them exactly what it is. So what got you involved?
I was employed with the Gary Community School Corporation for about 10 or 11 years. There was some transitions made, and I moved from the administrative office over to Banneker, and I worked alongside the principal. So they somewhat phased my position out. When they did that, a few of my friends, colleagues in the community encouraged me to apply for this position because my predecessor, Mrs. Eloise Gentry, had been in this position for almost 30 years. And she transitioned from here to eternity back in September, October of 2009. So Denise Dillard and Sharon Chambers twisted my arm. They held me hostage at a banquet and said, you need to apply for this position. I really wanted to stay with the Gary Community School Corporation because I enjoyed what I was doing. I was working with parents. I was the supervisor of community involvement. I was working with students from 8th grade to 12th grade. So I really, really enjoyed what I was doing. But sometimes God has to shake up your foundation. He will pull the rug out from under you in order to move you to the next level. So he moved me out of my comfort zone, and I applied for the position. And when I was hired, I think there was about 39, 40 people who applied for the position. The Urban League was in a crisis situation at that time. There were some things that weren't all the way correct. So the National Urban League said that we will have to close the doors. We will have to close the Urban League of Northwest Indiana if we cannot find a viable candidate. So
Mhm.
I'm thankful that people like Sergeant Lewis Stewart, people like QT Smith, who was the former principal of Westside. There were a number of people, Dr. William Shields, they all were on that board. Former Mayor Richard Gordon Hatcher, they were on the board when I applied, and they overwhelmingly supported me and appointed me. So I was appointed, watch this, on January 15th, which is Dr. Martin Luther King's actual birthday. I was
Wow.
appointed January 15th of 2010. So I have been in this position now, this past January makes 11 years.
Wow. I actually remember when all of that was even happening too, during that time and the different transitions. So we want to say thank you, for stepping up and doing what you do and taking on the role because the reality is, and we just gonna be real, we've dealt with some things in Gary, and a lot of times we feel like people may not do some things correctly in their position. So we say thank you for stepping up, for bringing back integrity to the role in spite of whatever it was, because I don't know, but just thank you for restoring hope and faith in the community, in the office, and in the position that you're in, because that is not something to take lightly.
You're right. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Francine, and all of the community leaders that stepped up to even assist and provide me with some support as I was transitioning. Because believe it or not, I had never held a position of a nonprofit. Nonprofit is different from for-profit or the corporate world. So when I accepted this position, I became not only the CEO, but I was also the PR person. I was the maintenance person. I was the electrical engineer person. I was the marketing person.
Right. Oh gosh, I remember. I remember. So I just want to say thank you. Now, here's where we're going to get to the nuts and bolts of this. And let me say this, Dr. V, I want you to make this plain as there's snow outside.
All
Okay.
right. And it's plain to see all of that snow
Yeah.
outside. So I
I
will.
need you to make it plain.
Okay.
What is the Urban League? What is it?
Okay, let me start from the top. I'm gonna make it plain and I'll make it simple and to the point where you will be able to recite a sentence when I get through. The Urban League is an organization, civil rights organization that is over 100 years old. The headquarters is in New York, and there are about 80 to 90 affiliates, such as mine, across these United States. Sometimes back when you watch TV, you would see maybe the civil rights movement and you would see
Right.
people marching. Usually the NAACP was in front marching with the signs and doing those peaceful protests, where the Urban League was behind the scenes helping people to gain work or go to school, learn how to type, because back then it wasn't any computers. So we were almost like the workforce engine. So the Urban League of Northwest Indiana, where I serve as president and CEO, we provide services in education, financial literacy, health and wellness, diversity inclusion for Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties. And we do that in several ways. Under the education, we provide scholarships for high school graduating seniors, ranging from $500 to $2,500. The scholarships are available right now on our website at www.ulofnwi.org. And if you click that education tab, you will see all of those scholarships, not only for high school graduates, but also we have a few scholarships for returning adult students. Some of those scholarships are, for instance, NIPSCO supports a scholarship in memory of the late Senator Carolyn Mosby. NIPSCO offers anywhere between $6,000 to $10,000, meaning $1,000 per student in recognition, because the late Senator Carolyn Mosby was hired at NIPSCO through the Urban League office. We have another scholarship, Carlton Guthrie, who's a graduate of Westside Leadership Academy. He and his family came together and contributed $5,000. These scholarships are particularly specific to Westside Leadership Academy. We have the Gary Frontiers. We have the National Hookup of Black Women, have the Corvette, Northwest Indiana Corvette. They have about $2,000 that they have asked us. So that area of the education involves our scholarship opportunities. And again, those applications are available now, and the deadline isn't until the end of March. The other
Okay,
part
wait,
of,
Dr. V. So wait. I just want to slow you down because I don't think the people in the back heard you. Okay. Look, we have a just our little real time right here. So what you're telling me is, I'm making this plain. People can walk in the doors of 3101 Broadway and
yes,
say, hey, I need some information on education.
correct.
What do you have? You have information for them, but not only do you have information for them, you may possibly have some dollars for them.
Money.
I said might. I said might. Because I'm gonna get to that part. I'm gonna get to that too.
Yes, yes, yes. We possibly have some money for them if their child qualifies by writing an essay, submitting a transcript. They are eligible to receive anywhere from $500 to $2,500 in order to support their educational goals in transitioning to college.
That's powerful. Right
That's
here in the neighborhood, right here in our local neighborhood, there
yes.
are local organizations, the Corvette Club, NIPSCO, who are contributing money to help our youth right here.
And let me tell you another one, Francine. First Midwest Bank offers a scholarship for students who have a disability. If students have a disability, it's one of a kind, and they can document that through their IEP upon graduation, they're eligible for $1,000.
Wow.
Horizon Bank, they give a mid-year scholarship, about $5,000. That's $1,000 to 5 students, to students who are not only in high school, but also in college.
I'm just trying to help some people, Dr. V, who don't know about the Urban League. Okay.
So there's
They
a
can come
number of
in and get help.
scholarships. And I also sit on the United Negro College Fund Council, and that's another pool of scholarships. So if anyone wants to know how to get some money for school, they can call the Urban League at 219-887-9621.
I think we just helped some people. I think because I'm telling you, you're sitting right there in that beautiful brown building, and I know we driving past and I wonder what's in there.
That's true.
And here you driving past opportunity,
Money.
scholarships. Okay. All right. That's education. What's the next one?
The next one, and in that, we also provide workshops to 8th graders through 12th graders. We have a 6-week program, and we do that by working with the schools. But the most important piece of this is the money, the scholarships that's available.
That's good. That's
So
awesome.
that's the education piece. The financial literacy piece is called VITA, in capital letters, VITA. V as in Vanessa.
That's on the screen, somebody.
ITA. It's called Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. The Urban League will process your income tax free of charge if you make less than $54,000 a year. Free of charge, we will process your income tax. Instead of you giving Uncle Sam, Quickie Sam, or whoever H&R, I hope you all aren't related to these people, but anyway, we will give you all your money free of charge. We will process your taxes. You just have to call and make an appointment. We also will refer you to some of our local banks, because we have bankers that are represented on my board. So if you've had a little trouble with your checking account or savings account, you know how sometimes we go in the negative. I'm going to say we, because there were times when
We
I
go
messed
through. Look,
up my
go
checking
through.
account.
Yes.
We have bankers that will assist you in opening up a bank account, regardless of your past. I'm so glad that there's opportunities to just wipe that past away and start fresh. So if anyone is interested or needs some assistance with their checking account, because if you go to these places like, you know what they're called, the cashier, the currency exchange, and
Quick payday loan.
the quick payday loan, all of that. please stop going there. Just call me and I can refer you to several of our bankers in the local area that will assist you in opening up, because when you go to them, they're going to charge you for cashing your check. That's ridiculous. And if you borrow some money or get some money early, they're going to put interest on that. So the financial literacy part comes in VITA, VITA, free check processing. And we know that some of our students may not pursue a college degree. We encourage you to encourage your children to pursue college, but there's careers out there that can provide you with a career that can make more money than us, Dr. Francine Birgans. There
I
are
heard, I received.
Dr. Francine, there are opportunities to go into the trades. So if any student is interested in going into the trades like welding, electrical engineering, we have a referral process to an organization called Indiana Plan. So that is our referral process to connect you, because everyone at some point needs a plumber. You may need a carpenter. Those are the trades. So we assist you with that. We also have a referral for those who, ex-offenders who are trying to reacclimate themselves back into the community. We have a partnership with the Bail Project, and we also work in conjunction with Brother Benny Muhammad, who is the executive director of the social status of the Commission of Black Males. So that's the financial literacy piece.
That is powerful. But repeat that again, though, for people who may not have just heard it. There is a program for ex-offenders.
Ex-offenders who have maybe just recently been released from the penal institutions, and they're trying to reacclimate themselves to the community. We have a contact number for you to talk to a real person. None of this pushing the buttons and you're getting a recording. We can refer you to someone who can help you reestablish yourself back into the community.
That is so powerful. That is awesome.
So that's our financial literacy. So you have education,
financial literacy,
and then we have our advocacy, which is connected to diversity and inclusion. We have our Federation of Block Clubs that's led by Mrs. Ola Morris, and our neighborhood research specialist is Mrs. Elisa Spencer. So if you, back in the day, I don't know if some of you remember, we used to have block clubs that were very active. We used to have block parties where we would block off the street and everyone on the block knew each other. We are keeping that alive in the Urban League of Northwest Indiana, because some of you may be interested in recreating or developing and doing some projects on your block club, like planting some flowers, or maybe it's a cleanup. We have worked with the city of Gary, and we also work with the Legacy Foundation. Legacy Foundation awarded us $7,000 last year. So if you, Dr. Francine, and a few of your neighborhood friends wanted to do something on your block, all you had to do was submit a 1 or 2 page summary on saying, I want to clean up this park that's at the end of my block, and we need grass seeds, we need shovels, we need a lawnmower, and
really?
so you could be eligible for up to $1,000 grant. So that you and your block club could receive this grant. Okay. You have to be an eligible block club, and you have to be certified. You do all of that processing through Mrs. Ola Morris and Elisa Spencer.
That is powerful.
And we'll meet you at Home Depot so that you can get your things.
Not meet me at Home Depot. Not meet me there. Go
We
meet me
will
there.
we
Wow.
will meet you there so you can pick up the items that you need for your block. And all you have to do is continue to give us like a little report of what you're doing, take some pictures, and that's that. But you have to be a certified block club. So
Yeah,
in order to be a block club, you have to call the office at 219-887-9621.
that is so powerful.
Now, see, people probably didn't know all of that was going on in the Urban League.
I'm pretty sure they did not. That's why I'm doing this right now. I'm gonna take a pause for the calls because um Lakeisha checked in and your soror Toyenda checked in. So she's like, that's my soror. Hello there, Toyenda, all the way from one of them Carolinas. So hey, um, I am just like, I knew what was going on, but just to hear it again, woo, right here, just I need people to understand right up the street. You don't have to get in your car and go to Chicago. You don't have to get in your car to go to a neighboring town. This is right here at 3101 Broadway, next to the gas station, next to the car wash, right on Broadway in our own neighborhood there. And again, this part for Black History Month is community. And I don't even think sometimes, Dr. V, that we related to being a civil rights organization.
Right.
You know what I mean? And where it started from and the whole grassroots, of it all, right here in our community.
Exactly. We are one of the oldest, largest, and significant civil rights movement alongside the NAACP. We work hand in hand. We work together to improve the quality of life among our citizens. That's what we do. So Urban League has education,
Mhm,
financial stability.
mhm.
We have health and wellness. We are partnering with the National Council of Negro Women. I called my sister friend, Chanel Woods, and I needed some volunteers because the Gary Health Department called the Urban League and asked if we had some volunteers to help our senior citizens register for the vaccine.
Wow.
Remember, the vaccine is to
Yeah.
be administered. Now it's from age 65 and up. But when they started, it was 80 years old and up. Many of our 80-year-old senior
Yeah.
citizens cannot navigate
Yeah.
a computer system. So we partnered with them. And that's something else I want to say. We form partnerships. We can't stand on an island alone. We all
Uh-huh.
have to work together to help our community. So I'm thankful that the National Council of Negro Women, along with my sorority, Sigma Gamma Rho, some of them assisted with calling and making sure these persons who were 80 years, 70 years and older received their vaccine. Another part of advocacy, Francine, you're aware of, during this COVID, we were out there on the front lines giving out food baskets.
Mhm.
We were out there, we partnered with Reverend Curtis Whitaker, and his church is, I think it's progressive.
Uh-huh. Mhm. 626 Carolina, Gary,
There you
Indiana.
go. We
Mhm.
partnered with the Gary Housing Authority,
Yes.
and we partnered with the city of Gary, and we partnered with Prophetess Burgess Peoples,
Mhm.
and we were all over the place passing out food baskets. Now, if
Mhm.
anyone is in need of food baskets, just call our office because I believe Beyond Four Walls is still giving out food on Thursdays. So if we have information about that, all you have to do is call our office and we can try and direct you. So the Urban League is almost like a community resource center.
Yeah.
If
Mhm.
we don't have it, we will find out for you who does, and we will direct you to the right person. Does that make sense?
It makes a whole lot of sense. A resource hub. Absolutely, positively.
If you
Yes.
need to print your resume and you don't have access to a computer, you can come in the Urban League office and print your resume. Or if you've applied for a position and they want you to upload your resume and upload your criminal background check, we will provide you access with our computer to do that. Now, of course, the Gary Housing Department, the Gary Housing Authority, they have a beautiful Envision Center where they have labs and everything else to do that with. But I just wanted to let you know that we can also offer you some support. Now, when you come, remember what Francine said, you have to ring the bell, you come in, you have to have on your mask, you have to sanitize your hands, and we have to take your temperature before we will let you in the building, because we're just trying to practice those COVID standards. So
Yes.
just know when you come, you have to come all suited up and masked up in order to get in, but we can provide you with those services.
But I'm so glad we're having this conversation, and I'm so glad that it's going to be recorded, and this is going to be on YouTube and every place I can put it, just because, and you know this, Dr. V, in leadership, there's a responsibility that comes with it. You have the choice to accept it or not. You know what I mean? But the responsibility is still there, and here we are during this time in our lives that none of us ever thought we would be in a pandemic, still trying to figure things out. We got snow in Texas, with no salt. You hear me? With no
Yeah,
salt, they got a power outage. We're still trying to figure out this life in general. And it can get hard sometimes. It can get scary sometimes, because it's like, what do you do? But if you are aware that you can go right up the street, there's a resource center. And if they don't know, they are willing to help you find out. That can help ease some stress.
yes. Yes, and I
You know,
just have to give a shout out, Francine, because during the COVID pandemic, when a lot of businesses shut down, I have to just send a shout out to some of those organizations that sent me checks. They before I even asked. For instance, Horizon Bank said, "Vanessa, we're going to send you $5,000 so that you can help the community." Well, my office got together and sent out $50 Strack and Van Til gift cards to people.
yeah, yes,
We partnered with, I don't know if you remember that, we partnered with
I
Strack and Van
do.
Til.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes,
We
I
had
remember.
the Legacy Foundation, the Lake County Legacy Foundation. They sent a check and said, "Here, Vanessa, help those people who are in need." The Lake Area United Way did the
Mhm.
same thing. We sent out, we purchased about $22,000 worth of food cards that we gave out last year. And
Mhm.
because we had a little extra money left over, I provided $250 in rental assistance. So we
Yeah.
sent out about $22,000 in food cards and about $14,000 in rental assistance. And that was at maybe $250 we could support you with. So that's what we did last year. While people were locked in, locked down, my administrative assistant secretary, Stella Simpson, and I, and a couple of more people, we were in the building mailing these cards to
Yes.
individuals in need.
Yes. This is why. So that's a good segue, because my next part of this is, now that we're trying to give everybody this basic premise and understanding of what's taking place, I need people to now understand this this is why you need to make donations. So when you're seeing a Dr. V and her emails come out or different things, you're like, what they need money for? Well, of course, if you don't know why they need money, you're not going to give it. But I need people to understand this is where your money is going. This is why donations are needed. So Dr. V, go into that part about how people can support the Urban League, not only with their checks, but with their time also, and what it is you need from us, from those who are able to contribute.
Well, Francine, thank you for asking. Some of you know or may know that I just had a birthday. February 2nd was my birthday. And of course, I know that you love me and you could go and buy me some of my favorite perfume, Obsession or Cashmere. But I said, no, if you could just make a donation to the Urban League so that we can build back up our monies so that maybe sometime in April, we can do another offering of those food cards. So if you can donate $20, $50, whatever amount you can donate, you can cash app that to a $ULNWI, $ULNWI. And I have to thank Dr. Beverly Lewis for just making sure we were set up with that cash app. The other way you can give is simply going to our website at www.ulofnwi.org and clicking the donate button. Clicking the donate button, and you can donate any amount. It's not whatever you can give. This helps me build up those resources. So that's another way. Or you can mail your check to the office. Make it payable to the Urban League, and you'll mail it to 3101 Broadway, Gary, Indiana. The zip code is 46409. Or call the office if you have a credit card and you're not comfortable with doing it over online yourself. Just call my office and we will put your information in and accept whatever donation you want to give. Or you can just stop by. Our office is open Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Just come in and drop off $10, $15, whatever it is, because whatever you give to us, know that we're giving it right back out to the community, to those people who need the assistance. I have about 120 people right now on the waiting list that need food.
Wow. Wow.
150 people right now. We've stopped taking names because we didn't have any additional funding for that. So, please donate. And look, some of you heavy hitters, send me $100.
I was just ready to do a challenge myself. So, so here's my challenge to the people that will see this today, tomorrow, or whenever you see it. And I'm gonna make sure I put it in the details so that we can help the Urban League. And not only that, sow a seed. You know what I mean? So my challenge is this. I need 10 people because I already know y'all got it. Let me just start there. I know y'all got it, so don't play with me tonight. But I need 10 people to say, I'm going to give $25. That's at least 250. But then I need 10 people who will do 50. So Dr. V, I'm going to send mine later on tonight or tomorrow. I'm sending $50 myself to get it kicked off because you got to be about what you talk about. So
Yes.
I am going to donate $50 and but I still need 10 more people. I'm not one of the 10. And if you don't have 50, if you have 25, give that. If you have more, give that. But that is my challenge. Because like I said, and let me just share my story and my testimony, why I love Dr. V so much and why I love just the Urban League and Stella and Chandra and everybody there, because they took me in like I was just family. And it's already 7:50. Can you believe that? Sorry, 7:50. So you all know I went back to school a couple of years ago and I had to start my business because I was in my coaching concentration at Lewis University, and we had to get our coaching hours. And it was kind of like, well, you have to do it. So I had to do it, no choice. But it was like either you make it a business or you don't. But I still had to keep up with everything. Dr. V, I already knew what God was calling me to do. So I'm like, I'm just jumping into deep water. Never forget this. This is just so hilarious. I had one flyer, just the one flyer I had made. I posted it on social media. I had such an overwhelming, wonderful response from my peers. That first week, I think I had like 3 to 5 clients. I had no office and no place to meet them. And I was like, okay, I didn't think they was gonna respond this week. So I never forget, I called, the first place I went to was the library on 30, because I was like, okay, well, they can't come to my house. And I'm like, where I'm going. And I remember the rooms there. So I called, reserved the room. So in the beginning, I was like, oh, this is cool because I can just use the rooms. And they were like, no, no, no. You have like, limited time and a limited number of times you can use it. I'm like, and I'm limited on the amount of times. I was like, oh man, this once a week. Y'all messing me up. Dr. V, I'm serious. I was in my basement and I was like, now, God, you didn't call me to do this business. I'm just like having one of them John 15:15s. We ain't on the floor. I'm just having a real friend. Like, now look, how am I gonna help these people? And I gotta have space, and I has to be confidential. And I'm in the library with this big old window, and people in there crying. They're like, well, what's going on in there? Because they got tissues, and I'm like, Lord, what I'm gonna do? And I will never forget Dr. V. I heard your name. He was like, call Vanessa Allen. I will never forget that as long as I live. It was plain as day. Call Vanessa. And what was wonderful, this is why I love you so much, as a sister, as a woman, as a friend, because sometimes you can get a person, you're like, oh, I don't want to call them, or you may be apprehensive for whatever reason. When you were even in my spirit and I heard call you, there was no apprehension, there was no fear. You know what I mean? I knew, like, if she could help me, she gonna help me. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I just knew. I didn't have anything that made me be fearful to call you. When I called you, I explained my situation, and you were like, okay, yeah, we can make this happen. And I was like, oh, I'm like, can you make it happen tomorrow?
Right.
I was like, I need this tomorrow. So,
You're
and
right. You're so right.
hey, let me tell you, I have just been a fan of the Urban League, learning more about what they do, telling people support the Urban League, and you just have such a new place in my heart. I'm telling you, so that's why I'm like, I owe this to you, but I owe this to the community to know, look at this gym right here in our backyard.
Francine, you came in there and you said, let me tell you this, let me tell you what I need. And you're right. You was like, can you do this for me tomorrow?
Right. Like, I got clients tomorrow. Okay.
We provided you with an office space. We
Yep.
provided you the confidentiality in that office space that you
Yes.
needed.
Yep.
You had access to telephone, a copy machine, whatever it is that you needed. We provided you with that. Now look at my sister. You have gone and grown, went through the process, and God is taking you further and further.
Yes.
So I'm just thankful to God that I was able to provide that resource for you during that season. During that season, I was able to provide that. And that's what it should be about. We all should provide opportunities for each other. We should help each other. I'm thankful for me being able to help you. I'm thankful for Waylon being able to take so many pictures, coolie videos.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. When I was starting out doing the scholarship fairs and the diversity and inclusion luncheons, Waylon jumped in and really did me a great service. I couldn't pay Waylon. There's no way I can pay him for what he did. Don't be fooled. I did pay him, but I just want you to know
Right.
that Waylon goes beyond and above what he can do for you. So it's those relationships. We have to build those relationships, and that's what happened throughout this. So I thank you so much, Francine, for being able to use our office, and then for me to come on tonight in the month of February, which is Black History Month. And before I leave you, just let me say, we also provide courageous conversations in diversity and inclusion for such a time as this, that we need to have safe spaces where we can talk about
Mhm.
all of the systemic racism, the inclusivity, and all other things that we need to discuss that will bring us closer together in unity. So that's another opportunity and another service that the Urban League offers. It's on our website. If you click on diversity and inclusion, you will see that. We're going to have our luncheon in October this year, hoping that we can come together, because in the past we've had it in March, but last year we were just about to have it at the Avalon, where we have about 500 people there, and we present awards. COVID came in, shut us down. We were still able to present those awards to those 14 organizations. But this year in 2021, we plan to have that luncheon in October 13th of 2021. And hopefully at that point, we will be able to come together and celebrate diversity and talk about diversity in a room full of between 300 and 500 people. So please make a donation to the Urban League. Please put it in our Cash App, $ULNWI. Call my office if you want us to take your credit card information over the phone at 887-9621, or go to our website and push the donate button, www.ulofnwi.
Awesome. How much are the tickets for the luncheon so people can know it ahead of time?
The tickets for the luncheon is going to be $75 per person, but we also have sponsorship packages, and we will be putting that information up on the website. A table sponsorship begins at $1,500. However, we have a business packet, maybe like 3 people for $250. So all of that will be on the website. And like I said, it will be held in October. April 7th, we're going to have our Diversity and Inclusion Symposium, and we're partnering with Valparaiso University to do that in recognition of Dr. Martin Luther King. Instead of having it in February, we pushed it till April. So I'll be sending all of that information out. It'll be on our website. But again, let me just thank you, and all of the listening audience, those of you who have continued to support the efforts, knowing that I was doing something there at the Urban League, but you just wasn't sure what it was. But we were doing something for scholarships and for kids and the taxes and the trades. If you want to go into welding, you knew we were doing something. So the food cards, please make a contribution in whatever amount you can. I'll let Francine do the challenge, but I will accept whatever.
Yes, I have learned how to open up my mouth, because let me tell you, I don't care what we're doing and how we're doing it. It's going to take some kind of funds, some kind of money. That's why I was just so grateful for the grant opportunity. And, we have to return those gifts that come to us, those favors that come to us, those blessings that come to us, and sometimes we have to turn the light off of ourselves and our Amazon packages and our shoes, and you know what? And we have to learn how to sow seeds. Because I'm here to tell you, I'm a giver. I love to sow, because every time I sow, it come right on back better than what I planned.
It
So
does. It does. It really does. And even when you said Amazon, you can donate to the Urban League if you purchase your order through Amazon Smile. There's just so many levels. So
yeah,
all of you that are doing that ordering, in ordering whatever it is you're ordering, look for the Urban League of Northwest Indiana and make a donation. And Amazon Smile will give, I think, 3% of your order automatically to the Urban League.
Okay. See, that is awesome. So I also, before I forget, and as we get ready to close, but before I get there, can I know you have a mailing list? How can people get on the mailing list to just learn about the events and all the activities that you guys have going on?
Just call my office and give us your email address, or you can email me directly at vallen@ulofnwi.org. ulofnwi.org, and that's V Allen, like Vanessa Allen. That's how you can get to me. Now, just in case you haven't heard back from me that I received your email, please don't get worried. Just call me. Just say that you get my email, because you know what happens. It goes over in spam somewhere and I have to search for it, or it's out there in the atmosphere, in the cloud somewhere. So just call the office and give us your email address, and we will put you in our database, in our MailChimp, and everything that we send out, you will receive it. Thank you for asking that.
Yes, and do you have any last words, any closing words that you want to
I
share?
think my closing word um, is to continue to move forward in spite of whatever is going on around you. Set your goals, have a plan. And my mom used to say, plan your work and work your plan. And that's what we have to do each and every day. And don't forget to give God, our Father in heaven, the praise that he deserves for allowing us to do what we do, because it could be so bad for us. So continue to do what you're doing, moving forward, encourage each other, and be strong and be positive so that we can make a difference in our community.
Awesome. I thank you so much, my sister, for coming on. I want to thank the viewers. I was kind of looking at that a little bit while I was talking with you, and just thank you to them. And we're going to have this recorded. We're going to make sure it's posted. We're going to make sure people see it more than just today, so that we can help the Urban League and just help the causes in our community. I just feel so blessed having this conversation. Thank you so very much for just taking time out, because this was fun. I had a good time with you too. And I had a good time.
Thank you, and thank all the listening audience. And of course, whatever donation you make is tax deductible, and we will send you an official letter acknowledging that.
Yes, and they do it quick too. Let me tell you, this is because actually I didn't tell you this, Vanessa, but it cracked me up. So I had let Dr. V know for her birthday. She was like, make the donations, and I saw it, so I made the donation, and I was like, hey, just letting you know, for your birthday, I did what you said do, right? Well, where you do it at? And I'm let me tell you, I think she got up. She sent me that receipt so quick. I was like, I didn't need it that fast, but she was not playing. So I was just like, whoa. So
Now,
they are
that's
on it, y'all.
that's the dream team in the office. I call them the dream team. From Stella to Bobby, Sandra, to everyone in that front office. I consider them the dream team of the Urban League. They make it happen. And I'm thankful and so grateful for their commitment and dedication. So yes, just call our office at 887-9621, and we will put you on the list. If you want to give a donation, do it. And I'll be looking, because I'm going to report back to Francine who all gave under this challenge.
Yeah, I
Now
need you
they have how long till
all.
the end of the month, Francine, or the 1st of March? How long you giving
I
them?
was thinking the end of the week. In the, I mean, in the week. But yeah, just give it. When you give it, make sure you put the challenge, because I know we got some $25 there somewhere. I'm just saying, Dr. V, now. I done went to Dixie Kitchen a couple of times, so I know we got some. I know we got some $25 somewhere. We need to give to the Urban League. My student was a recipient of the rental assistance. She was an international student. having some challenges. She was, blessed. I mean, that girl cried like a baby. And that's what I'm saying. We have an opportunity to be a blessing to people. And it's not
Yes.
always, let me put my hat in my coat and let me go deliver the food. It's so many ways we can help and be a blessing to people. So, if you have other questions, please, 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 please call the Urban League, visit the website. Now, what's the website again?
Website is www.ulofnwi.org, which stands for Urban League of Northwest Indiana. www.ulofnwi.org.
Yes. And the other thing I want to say, and Dr. V, she's very personal. What I mean? She's okay with talking to you and, saying what she can do. Now she busy, so she ain't gonna babysit you. She gonna get you, she gonna get you to where you have to go. But just even that personal touch. So Dr. V, I thank you. Don't forget about the luncheon that's coming up. So if I am in town, I plan on going this year. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and I am just excited. I love you to life. Thank you again
Love
so
you too.
much. Thank you so much.
You're
And
welcome.
look, now we done did our part. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I did my part because I'm telling you, the people are here, and now we giving it to you. You got to run with it. So we done made the vision plain.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate and love you.
Love you as well, and I will talk to you soon. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, guys.